Welcome to In All Black and White. Today we are going to touch on the history and current states of concentration camps in the United States of America. There has been a lot of talk about Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz is a detention camp in Florida that was built in 8 days. People have taken to the streets and on social media to protest the purpose and the conditions of Alcatraz. I'm here to jog your memory. This isn't America's first camp for minorities in the last 100 years, and we, the majority, aren't pleased.
The facility is in the heart of the Everglades and will be informally known as Alligator Alcatraz. There is only one road leading in, and the only way out is a one-way flight. It is isolated and surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain. The facility will have up to 5,000 beds to house, process, and deport criminal illegal aliens. This is an efficient and low-cost way to help carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history.
I need you to hear this. Alligator Auschwitz has been open for 5 days. I am Leamsi Lefigura. We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath. They only brought me a meal once a day, and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants. They're not respecting our human rights. We're human beings. We're not dogs. We're like rats in an experiment. I don't know their motive for doing this, if it's a form of torture. A lot of us have our residency documents, and we don't understand why we're here. I'm on the edge of losing my mind. I've gone 3 days without taking my medicine. It's impossible to sleep with this white light on all day. They took the Bible I had, and they said, here, there is no right to religion. And my Bible is the one thing that keeps my faith, and now I'm losing my faith. This was reported by CBS News. This is not 1939. This is 2025. And we have people suffering torture in concentration camps on our land.
When you learned about the Holocaust, did you ask yourself, how could they let that happen? Open the gates and let the alligators in. They should live stream this. Piranhas would have been better because they probably know how to barbecue alligators. Are they going to make this into a reality TV show? Because that would be awesome. Wish they had a live video of the ones trying to escape into the swamp. Dirt naps would have been cheaper. Feed them gators. They will all be eaten when the first hurricane comes through, LOL. Fresh meat. You know, the Germans didn't know that the Jews were being rounded up and sent to concentration camps to get gassed. If you woke up one morning and you opened the news and you read that Alligator Alcatraz was flooded and 500 undocumented immigrants drowned, would you really give a fuck? The answer is no. So my point stands. This is exactly how it happened. You are the monster. But they're illegals! Yeah, and the Germans said, but they're Jews! You're the same people.
Just in case you don't know what's going on, a girl on TikTok came on here and said that one of her neighbors received a government contract asking them to install a bunch of incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. They're installing incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz is on indigenous land. It's like protected land.
Everyone on social media is comparing this camp to the Holocaust, which I will admit they have striking similarities. But why are we acting like this never happened in America before?
So you want to live in a white-only country?
Not necessarily white-only, but a country that is clearly based on a European model in which whites will basically remain the overwhelming majority in perpetuity.
Okay, how do you achieve that?
Well, that's an excellent question. Donald Trump has got some first good steps in mind. He wants to make sure no more illegal immigrants come into the country, and he wants to make sure that all illegal immigrants here go back. He wants to end birthright citizenship. He wants to put at least a temporary ban on Muslim immigration.
What happens with Asians? What happens with African Americans? What happens with Latinos?
What happens to my
You presented
people,
me with a very limited view of the United States.
You're saying the United States is a place anybody can come and turn it into anything you want, and the people who built this country, if they glimmer away, so what? You are promoting a process that will reduce my people to a minority. You want more power for Latinos. That comes at the expense
Exactly.
of my people's power.
Why are we shocked that history is repeating itself and that certain people only want pure Caucasians in America?
Concentration camps. People mostly associate the term with Nazi Germany, but historians say it's true. They also existed in America. During the Civil War, authorities in Natchez, Mississippi forced tens of thousands of freed slaves into camps built in what's known as the Devil's Punch Bowl.
Untouched fruit falls to the ground, banks of the Mississippi River.
They talk about there's the most beautiful wild peach groves down in the Punch Bowl.
And researcher Paula Westbrook says, like a peach, the area known as the Devil's Punch Bowl has a pit, a mass grave from the 1860s. Historians estimate that in 1 year, up to 20,000 freed slaves died in contraband camps below these bluffs.
When the slaves were released from the plantations during the occupation, they overran Natchez, and the population went from about 10,000 to 120,000 overnight.
So they decided to build an encampment for them at Devil's Punch Bowl, which they walled off and wouldn't let them out.
That's just the Devil's Punch Bowl. Let's not forget what happened to the Japanese. Were incarcerated in hastily built camps in America's deserts and wastelands.
Who were born and raised in the United States were locked in internment camps on American soil solely because they were of Japanese descent. This happened during World War II.
It was both prejudice, wartime hysteria, like they said, and failed leadership of our government leaders that sent us all into what we call America's concentration camps. It was just being behind prison barbed wire fences with armed guards, making sure that no one escapes.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling, all down to San Antonio, all down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
But remember, they don't want us to talk or for our children to learn about this.
I think that there should be rules about what is taught in school.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what wouldn't you like to see taught in school?
There's critical race theory.
Yeah, that critical race theory, as soon as I heard about that, I'm like, why are we doing this?
What is critical race theory?
I don't know. I haven't.
Right.
What does CRT stand for? Critical Race Theory. For me, CRT stands for Curriculum Respecting Truth. Curriculum Respecting Truth. What other kind of education should we be offering?
Word is spreading far and fast. History is repeating. In all Black and white community, please spread the word, advocate, and stand on the right side of history.